G'day and welcome to Aussievision. Today we're talking about Switzerland, the entry for 2021 which is Gjon's Tears with Tout l'univers. So we're going to be looking today at the jury and televote appeal of the song, and how we're going to be doing that is ranking the song and its appeal out of 10 on each one. And without further ado, we have some of my Aussievision colleagues here. We're going to start straight off with our score out of 10 for the jury appeal of Switzerland. So 3, 2, 1, reveal your scores. Oh, 9, 9, 9, and 8. Oh, wow. Very high scores there. Let's start with you, Ali, because you had it at the lowest, but still a high score at 8.
Yeah, I wasn't quite game to go 9 or 10 for any of these, but yeah, it's a well-constructed song, and I have a feeling it'll go a very similar way to the way Salvador went a couple of years ago. The slow song, but it's emotional when it's in a foreign language. So I think that'll resonate with a few people.
Yeah, I can see the similarities there, actually. Cooper, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm relating it more to Duncan. I think it's going to do really well with the jury score, but I just think because it's such an unpredictable year this year, I think there's going to be more of a surprise jury winner, and I think some of those favourites are just going to be a little short of that.
Yeah, interesting, yeah. And Fleur, what about you?
Yeah, same with Cooper, thinking along the lines of Duncan, but I think this is a better song. It's jury written all over it. I mean, it will do well in televote too, but well-constructed ballad, a lot of emotion. I think it's almost the perfect ballad for Eurovision.
Oh, wow. That's a big call. Yeah, look, I mean, I had it at 9 as well. There's a lot that juries are going to love like this. If you can really pull off that falsetto vocal, the juries are going to lap that up. And I feel it is somewhere between that kind of Salvador and Arcade. Yeah. It's kind of this sort of mixed together, and we both knew they were kind of loved. So even though it's not a commercial song that juries go for, I think there's enough in there that's really going to grab them. So I guess we have high scores all around for the jury. Anything else? Anyone want to add any other points on the jury side?
No. I'll say that I think it's, especially this year, there's a lot of songs up high that aren't in English. I think that will also either really make the song stand out, but it also could drop it down a bit too.
That's true, because sometimes I guess, Portugal Salvador was the one, wasn't it? Rather than if you had 3 Salvador type songs, maybe it wouldn't have done as well. Interesting. Okay. All right, well, they're pretty high scores across the board there on the jury. What about the televote appeal? Get your scores ready in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm surprised. So we've all gone that much lower. But let's start with a high one. Cooper, 8.5. You only dropped a little bit down there from 9 to 8.5 for the televote appeal. Why do you think the public are going to love this so much?
Yeah, I think it's going to go well. I think I dropped it down a bit because I think it could easily fall short if the staging doesn't really match up to the song. If he's just standing there, I don't think it's going to do amazing. I think it's still going to get that middle of the road. But yeah, if he brings a good staging, I definitely think it could win.
Yeah, I see your point there. Ali, I think you had the lowest. Was it 7?
Yeah. Running order of the semi played a lot into my thinking, because although it's very popular at the moment amongst the fandom, that end of semi 2 is a lot of slower songs, which the first time once a year viewers might get them all a bit confused, like them all might seem very similar. I think it's the strongest of the slower songs at that end of the semi, but yeah, it's just, if they get the staging right and get that emotional connection, it'll stand out and still get a decent score, I think.
Yeah, so it could get dragged down into the depths of slow, boring songs of that lot. Somewhere in that semi-final, there's a patch of 3 or 4, isn't there? Fleur, how about you? I think you had it at 8, didn't you?
I had it at 8, yeah. Similar to Ali, but for different reasons, because it's between Latvia and Denmark, and they're 2 very different songs. So I think it's going to stand out for that reason. The reason I gave it 8 is because I think other countries might nail the staging a bit more than Switzerland, and it's that I think they're going to remember it. Although he's got the pin spot, so that's why I gave it 8. It could have gone 8.5, but it's definitely going to be at the higher end.
Yeah, I'm a bit torn on it as well, and I think it's a lot to do with the staging, because I feel like if it doesn't have that magic emotional touch, it just might sound a bit odd to the once-a-year listeners, because that is a unique vocal style, and I don't think it's going to be for everyone. And Eva's live, sometimes I'm a bit like, yeah, that's maybe a bit too much for me. And I know, I agree with you, Ali, that like the fandom love it, but I'm just not sure about the casual viewers and how they're going to take it. It's just a question mark, and so that's why I've just put it a little bit lower. It could be a 9 once I see the staging.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
Any other last? Oh yeah, sorry, Fleur.
Yeah. I was going to say he's after Samantha Tina, who is a very contrasting vocalist.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, I had to
very
that
much
one in.
so. Any other last comments? No? Awesome. Okay, so we'll go a little bit lower there. So we're going to have the scores are going to come up on the screen now to show you what our average one was for jury and the average for televote. And now we're going to go on and just try and predict how we think this is going to go. First of all, let's start. Is this going to qualify? Just quickly around the grounds, is it going to qualify? Just to say thumbs up, thumbs down, because I think we're all going to say yes. It's going through, isn't it? Yeah, no need to talk about. Okay, so it's through to the grand final. When it makes the grand final, how is it going to go? Ali, how do you think this can go in the grand final?
It's an interesting one because I think a lot of it's going to have to do with the staging. Because if it connects emotionally with the viewers, it can do really well. But this is Switzerland we're talking about. So they haven't always nailed their staging. So, yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Oh, Colin, give us a roundabout number. Is it like top 10, top 5? Just prediction at this point.
Mid-table, maybe.
Mid-table. Okay, fair enough. Cooper, how about you? How do you think this is going to go?
Yeah, look, I think it's definitely top of the odds for a reason up there. It's going to do well. I think it's got both televote and jury appeal. I just don't know if it's going to get the number 1 spot. So I'm probably going to say around top 5, top 3.
Okay. Still an amazing result if they can pull that off, for sure. Fleur, how about you?
Exactly what Cooper said, top 5, top 3. I don't know if it's going to win. Got a few other contenders, but it's going to be up there. Probably go better than all the other ballads we have this year.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I think for me, I don't think even if it's really great staging, I still don't think it can win. I think it's a second, third at best, like with amazing staging. Yeah. I kind of feel like maybe that 5th, 6th, 7th area is probably where I'm feeling it's at this stage, but can certainly change my mind and contradict myself as soon as I see the staging. I'll be like, winner. But no, I don't think it's quite got enough broad appeal to win the contest. But hey, people said that about Portugal, didn't they? So who knows? All right. Well, look, thanks so much everyone for joining us for our chat about Switzerland, and thanks to the team, and we'll see you next time. See you later.
Bye.